No one expected the discoveries to be connected. At first, they looked like unrelated anomalies, tiny curiosities at the edge of measurement, the kind scientists filed away for later, assuming future instruments would explain them. They didn't. The first crack appeared in gravity labs. Across the world, researchers using ultra-sensitive drop experiments noticed something impossible. Objects didn't fall straight down, not perfectly. The deviation was microscopic, measured in microns, but it was always the same. Everywhere, every test, every continent, east. At first, it was dismissed as Earth's rotation, Coriolis forces, instrument bias. But the numbers refused to disappear. The deviation persisted in vacuum chambers, underground facilities, even at polar stations where rotational effects should vanish. Gravity wasn't just pulling objects toward Earth's center, it was leaning, as if space-time itself had a preferred direction. That alone would have been disturbing, but it wasn't alone for long. Months later, reports emerged from a small town that engineers initially laughed off. Residents claimed their batteries were recharging while being used, but only at night. Phones gained power mid-call. Flashlights brightened the longer they stayed on. Power meters spun backward. Investigators arrived expecting fraud or wiring errors. They shut down the grid entirely. The effect remained. Electrical current was flowing backward. Not chaotically, not dangerously. Devices worked normally, as if physics had quietly rewritten a rule and expected no one to notice. Measurements showed electrons reversing direction after sunset, flowing against potential gradients that should have made it impossible. By dawn, everything returned to normal. The timing was precise, too precise. And then came the satellite images. During a routine orbital pass, analysts noticed something wrong with Earth's shadow. It didn't match the planet's shape. It stretched too far, trailed too long, lagged behind Earth's position like an afterimage. Every satellite saw it. Earth appeared to be outrunning its own darkness. Shadows weren't objects. They weren't supposed to lag. Yet, here it was. Earth moving ahead of where light said it should be, leaving absence struggling to keep up. Individually, the anomalies were unsettling. Together, they were catastrophic. Gravity leaning east, electricity reversing at night, shadows trailing behind the planet. Physicists began to notice the pattern. Each phenomenon involved direction, flow, lag. Gravity wasn't just pulling down, it was being dragged sideways. Electric charge wasn't just moving, it was rewinding. Shadows weren't fixed, they were delayed. Something wasn't wrong with matter. Something was wrong with motion itself. A unified theory emerged slowly, reluctantly. Earth wasn't stationary in space-time. It was drifting through it. Not moving faster, but moving differently. Like a boat caught in a cross-current, Earth was sliding through a gradient no instrument had been designed to detect. Gravity tilted because space-time itself tilted. Electricity reversed because temporal flow locally inverted under specific conditions. Shadows lagged because darkness couldn't propagate through distorted time fast enough to keep up. The most frightening realization came last. This drift wasn't uniform. It intensified at night. As Earth rotated, certain regions passed deeper into the distortion, where time thinned, direction bent, and causality loosened its grip. That was when electrons flowed backward, when gravity leaned hardest, when shadows stretched longest. Earth wasn't just moving through space-time. It was brushing against something else, something that resisted being observed. If the drift continued, models showed cascading failures. Navigation systems would desynchronize permanently. Satellites would lose alignment. Eventually, cause and effect would decouple, events occurring before their triggers. Outcomes arriving ahead of decisions. Human perception wouldn't notice at first. Days would still pass. Lives would still unfold. But Earth would slowly fall out of step with the universe. And one day, far sooner than anyone expected, the universe would move on without it. Stars would burn out. Galaxies would fade. Cosmic history would complete itself, while Earth remained behind, perfectly intact. Trapped in a time that no longer matched reality. The final question was no longer scientific. It was existential. Was Earth drifting accidentally, or was it resisting? Pulling east, rewinding charge, outrunning its own shadow. Trying, desperately, not to follow the rest of the universe into whatever was coming next.